Carson Wentz back in his first return since his torn ACL in December after the Rams game, well during the Rams game. But Carson Wentz came back and that first drive, I mean, like, he's back. Like he's somewhat back. Like he has his knee is 100% fine. His knee is fine, but we saw the rush from him yesterday. Like he was a little bit rusty. Like he was missing passes. He missed some throws. He still looked good. Like he still looked better than most quarterbacks He looked better than most quarterbacks 100% healthy. Like him rusty is better than Dak Prescott. Him rusty is better than Eli Manning. I take a Rusty Wentz over a lot of quarterbacks in this league. Yesterday, I mean, he was great, man. Like it was good to see him come back. He was really elusive. He was I mean, that one play where we were trying to drive downfield in the second quarter, almost at the end of the half, third down, he's scrambling. We don't have any timeouts left. Runs out the pocket, dives for a first down. He's 100% healthy on that knee. He just needs to come back and make better reads and make better throws. He's gonna get back into his rhythm. It's only week 3, so I mean, he's good, man. Like he really showed flashes last night. Well, yesterday. I mean, he had like 67 completion percentage and over 250 yards. I mean, like he was pretty good last night. He threw a touchdown and he did turn the ball over 2 times, so it wasn't 100% clean, but he was good enough. He had a QBR 39.3. I mean, I don't really know how they rate QBRs and stuff like that, but 84.9 passer rating. He was solid. He was way better than Andrew Luck, who threw 40 passes and averaged 4 yards a pass. Like that's Nick Foles territory. That's really bad. So, I mean, that's not really. I guess I can't really say it's Andrew Luck's fault. I mean, they only spent like 20 minutes on the offensive side of the ball, but like, if you're throwing it 40 times a game, you should have more yards than that. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the Eagles held the ball for 40 minutes yesterday. 40 minutes. Usually it's like half and half, 32 minutes, and the other team has 28. Eagles held the ball for 40 minutes, and that last drive in the fourth quarter lasted like 11 or 12. Like, pretty much the whole quarter. And they really needed that touchdown. Like, thank God they got that touchdown. Shout out to Wendell Smallwood. But, like, if they would have, like, came down all the way down that field, wasted all that time, and only got a field goal, that would have been so disappointing. But they got the touchdown. They wasted all that clock, and they got the touchdown. They got the score. Score is 2016. I mean, defense was good. Like, they weren't. People saying like the defense was like struggling and bad. They really helped Carson Wentz last night. I mean, like, Carson turned the ball over twice, and they put the defense in like a bad spot both times. So both in like pretty much in the red zone or close to it. And defense held them field goals twice. So, like, I mean, they only gave up 16 points, and they didn't. I mean, Colts really didn't have a good like offensive game plan against us. Like, they really couldn't move the ball against us. It was just those penalties by Jalen Mills, and Jalen Mills is not a bad player. Let me tell you, Jalen Mills is no bad player at all. Jalen Mills is good, okay? He was covering T.Y. Hilton, and he was stride for stride with him the whole game. And they were throwing ticky-tacky penalties on Jalen Mills because he was trying to play the ball on both plays, but, like, they called PI on him. Like, it was really bad. It was bad play calls. I mean, they're bad flags to me, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Jalen Mills stan. But, I mean, I just think those were ticky-tacky calls. They could have went either way. Probably better off not throwing the flag at all, but they threw it regardless. So, I mean, defense played good. I don't really know where all this talk about the pass rush not getting there. Pass rush was good. They had 2 sacks last night. I mean, like, Derek Barnett had a sack and a half. He had that clutch sack at the end of the game. Sealed the game pretty much. Fletcher Cox got in there for the half sack with Derek Barnett. I mean, and again, they were only on the field for 20 minutes, and they only gave up 16 points. And 2 of those drives were like, they were pretty much just stuck in the red zone because of those Carson Wentz turnovers. But I mean, overall, this defense is playing fine. Like, they've really stepped up from last week, which, I mean, they should, because like last week was awful. But I mean, you can't really be mad about anything they did. They only gave up 68 yards rushing, but I mean, again, they weren't on the field for too long. So I mean, shout outs to the Colts defense. They played well. Like, they wasn't giving up too many big plays to us. They weren't, they were bending a lot. They were on the field for like 40 minutes, so they were gassed, but they were like playing the stuff. They weren't backing down from us. We were Super Bowl champions. Everyone's gonna come out of our neck, and they did. That defense they sacked Carson Wentz 5 times, and some of it was Carson doing too much. Some of it was, I mean, it was just good defense. So Carson Wentz actually, he got himself out of a couple sacks, and then he also ran himself into a couple sacks. So take it for what it is. Colts defense played actually well. They wound up with like 2 deep safeties a lot, so they really weren't trying to give up any big plays at all. But we took the intermediate route a lot with the tight ends. We really got Goddard involved. Ertz, they both had 73 yards. Goddard with the touchdown, his first touchdown of the year, or of his career, actually. But I mean, they were the only ones getting open last night. I mean, Goddard and Ertz that was it. And then Aguilar had a couple nice plays. He did. And Jordan Matthews had that big catch for 14 yards, and I'm glad he did that. But I mean, I really didn't see Kamara Aiken. I didn't see Shelton Gibson. I mean, neither of them have really stepped up at all. Like, none of the receivers have been good at all. So we really need Alshon Jeffrey back. Like, I stand Alshon Jeffrey. We really need him. Back in 2016 when Carson was his rookie season and Alshon was in Chicago, I really wanted Alshon to come. I thought it was, I didn't really know if he was gonna come here, and he did come here. So I'm glad he's here, and we need him back. We need him back from injury. That's really the only thing keeping Alshon, in my opinion, from being an elite wide receiver is the injuries. And he's just off the field too much. He's not consistent. As a healthy option, but when he's on the field, he changes the game. He makes big catches. He made that big catch in the Super Bowl, probably like one of the best catches in the Super Bowl of all time. So we need, even when Alshon comes back, we need a number 2 wide receiver. Like, no one has stepped up for us at all. No one's really been. I mean, even you'd expect Aguilar in this, what is this, 4th season? Yeah, it's his 4th season. You expect more. You expect to see more. Maybe it's just, the scheme is not allowing him to do much, or maybe it's just like he's not getting open. Like, I really don't understand what it is. We need wide receiver help. We're going to need another wide receiver. I don't know how. I don't know how it's going to happen. Kamara Aiken ate the move. Really nobody off the street is gonna work. I just don't know. But we're still in good shape, man. Honestly, we're 2-1, tied for the division. Washington, who saw this coming? Washington is 2-1. We're tied at first place. I think Washington has the edge because they have more conference wins than us. But it's pretty much even. So I mean, that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, that's gonna be it. The Eagles are 2-1, Fly Eagles fly, and Titans are next.